All right, hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel, Soup for the Soul Tarot. So let me see. I'm sorry, 1 second. So today we're gonna get through the rest of the signs. Last night I did Venus in Aries through Scorpio, and we are going to finish tonight. So let's get into it. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of cleaning up my space here. All right. Starting with Venus and Sagittarius. What's going on for those with Venus and Sagittarius in the month of November? Okay, we have car, travel, movement, journey. An upcoming opportunity for relocation or travel awaits you. I think somebody else, another sign, got this card. Either that or it was in the general reading. But if so, if you remember which sign or which reading I did where this card popped out, this may be for you. Bottom of the deck, pet, friends, support, loyalty. Now is the time to build deeper connections with those around you. Okay, so I feel like there are maybe new connections that are going to be entering your life in the month of November. Okay, maybe you also feel or will be feeling tempted to kind of get in your car and to travel or to go somewhere or to visit people. You know, maybe you feel as if you've been home too often, too much recently, and you know, you think you're ready for a trip. Okay, you may primarily be a homebody, but you do love traveling. So let's look into Venus and Sag. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the challenge position. Actually, I want me to put this here. Some of you here could be retired. Rika, thanks for hitting. Oh my God, thanks for hitting the follow button, love. I feel like I had a lisp all of a sudden there. But yeah, somebody here may be retired or is a little up there in age. And maybe it's been a long time since you went on a trip or went anywhere. Maybe you've just been cooped up at home. Okay. Also, with the Seven of Pentacles, money may kind of be an issue. Obviously, if you're retired, maybe you have like a pension, you know, and maybe that pension is not enough to support larger expenditures, and a vacation can definitely be costly, especially if you were planning to enjoy that vacation. All right, let's see what else for Venus and Sagittarius. I'm not doing personal readings right now, love, but if you want, if you donate through my Cash App or Venmo, I can do your reading after this collective here. I want to hang in there. All right, Venus in Sagittarius. What else do we have in the month of November? We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse and the Five of Swords in the reverse. Wow, okay. So your past may have been traumatizing
you know. Maybe it was the marriage you were in. Maybe it was a late husband or something along these lines. But you've come a long way, and I feel like you're in a much more peaceful place these days. But yeah, I feel like your past, especially past relationships or marriages, or commitments, they were not easy. And you may even feel as if you're kind of happy to leave them behind. Maybe there were clashes with belief systems, maybe in religious belief systems. Doesn't necessarily have to be, or maybe there were just, you know, pretty big differences here in opinions. And you guys maybe could never just go along to get along, you know? Or is it get along to go along? Either way, you guys couldn't agree. So how is this affecting you in the month of November? Okay. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. You could have been connected with an earth sign, or somebody with earth in their chart. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn doesn't necessarily have to be, or possibly somebody with, I want to say Leo for some reason in their chart, or somebody with fire in their chart as well. Again, doesn't necessarily have to be, or an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, there's a lot of sword energy here. But the person you were connected to, this person could have been very strongly built. Maybe they even towered over you. Maybe at one point you looked up to this person. But in the month of November, again, I just see you moving on. Maybe even leaving the material world behind altogether. Maybe you're just, you know, mentally and physically, maybe even preparing yourself for your departure. For those that are a bit older. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I'm actually going to be doing Ophiuchus. So I don't know if there's a generator out there that considers Venus in Ophiuchus, but let's entertain the idea here. Venus in Ophiuchus. Venus in Ophiuchus. In the month of November. Okay. We have front door, new phase, new opportunity. A new door is opening up. Embrace this new exciting chapter. Bottom of the deck, fireplace, rebirth, creation, passion. For renewal to occur, something in your life must come to an end. Perfect. Just because, you know, you're in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and in the sky amongst the constellations amongst those particular constellations, there's a lot of overlap. So I think your in-between energy is definitely being represented here. And you are on some kind of, you are on the precipice of some kind of new beginning. Maybe right now you just kind of have to sit and wait it out and see how this goes. But let's dive into this here. They want me to use the same deck that I did for Sag. I kind of went backwards and I did Sagittarius and then went back to Ophiuchus, but it's fine. Maybe there is an energy of you having to go backwards or you having to take a step back. Right? I believe there's a retrograde energy around the corner. Or are we in retrograde season? I'm not quite sure. Y'all have to update me. All right. Venus in Ophiuchus in the month of November. Okay. We have the Messenger. Okay. You may have a Gemini or Virgo possibly coming to your door. If not, this could just be a message that is going to show up at your door. Perhaps it's some kind of delivery, maybe it's a letter, maybe you're waiting for a particular, I don't know, package to get to your door, or maybe somebody will be reaching out to you here. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's news that's going to be delivered. Venus in Ophiuchus. Okay. Way too many cards. I'm going to take the top card, though, with the Strength card. Okay. I have a Leo energy here strong. I feel like this is you. You're coming out as this Leo energy. Maybe you're going to be recognized, or you're going to be selected for an opportunity. I just hear you're worthy. All right, anything else? In November. Queen of Swords. More on this Gemini energy here, or just air energy in general is fine. I feel like you are distancing yourself, or you had to distance yourself from someone. Maybe the individual that you're expecting communication from, maybe they were immature, you know, or maybe they kept you waiting for too long, or, you know, maybe they could have acted out of pride here even. But I feel like you're not necessarily welcoming them with open arms. We have the Five of Cups. I feel like you've moved on, or you've mourned the loss of this relationship or this connection. Three of Cups in reverse, and you're no longer expecting some kind of reunion. Maybe that's just something that you were hoping for some time, you know. And now this person wants to come around and apologize and say, wait, hold on, like, don't go. And you're like, you know, where were you when I needed you? It's kind of a little too late now. You know, I do feel like, again, you're like moving on. You're moving on here. So what's the advice? What's the advice for you? What is the advice? Okay, too many cards. I'm gonna take the top one though. Confidence. This is like, hell yeah. You know, you definitely are somebody that's found what you deserve. And you know, you're the strength card here. You're like, you know what? I deserve more than this. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm just going to move right on along. And whatever you had to offer, you know, my offer is no longer on the table. Sorry, not sorry. Right? Feel like you're moving on to better places. So congrats. All right, let's move on to Venus and Capricorn. Venus and Capricorn. What's going on in the month of November? Your Venus is in Capricorn. Fish tank. Auspicious prosperity. The seeds you planted in the past are now ready to bring prosperity beyond the deck. Pet, friends, support, loyalty. Now is the time to build deeper connections with those around you. I'm hearing like plenty of fish. Maybe there's plenty of fish in the sea. Also, a long time ago, before there were dating apps, there was a dating website called Plenty of Fish. It was like a Christian dating website, or at least that was the intent. Although I'm sure there was a lot of weird and crazy things going on there as well, as with any dating app, right? But yeah, I really feel like you're gonna get yourself out there. Maybe for once you're going to be, you know, optimistic about the options that are out there for you. And maybe you're thinking about dating again. Okay, maybe you're getting ready to, you know, go out there after a long period of, I don't know, recovery, or, you know, or maybe even focusing on yourself. Also, this could be money as well. You know, there could be a promotion you're gonna get here, or a raise. And JR, or I'm sorry, yeah, JR or JM, honey, please reach out to a loved one. Reach out to 988 or suicide hotline. I'm just asking you to reconsider your decision before doing something you might regret. You know, suicide may seem like the only solution, but it doesn't actually take away your pain on the other side. And people are left to pick up the pieces, you know, so it's not really fair to them either. It doesn't fix anything. But I really encourage you to get the help you need. Anyways, Venus and Capricorn in the month of November. The Devil. Here we are. The Queen of Hearts. You may have felt really drawn towards people with a dark past. Maybe you want to save them, or you feel like you can be the person that can help nurture them. Let's see what else here. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Yeah. Maybe part of you believes this because you've gone through a lot of difficulty yourself during your early upbringing. And maybe that's why you focused more on your money, on your pentacles, on your stability, on your reputation. You know, it was a way to maybe get yourself out of the situation, to work on something better, to be a better version of yourself, you know, to make yourself proud, you know, but there is this hollowness inside of you, this yearning for maybe a mother's love or some nurturing. And so there may be this cycle that makes you, how do I put this? Love someone or is attracted to someone that reminds you of this cold energy that a mother may have had towards you, or a lack of a mother figure, you know. Okay, tell me more. So how is this going to affect you in the month of November? Venus in Capricorn. Okay. We have the Strength in the challenge position. The Eight of Swords. There's some trouble, right? With your emotions and tapping into them and maybe understanding them and feeling comfortable with them residing within you. And so I feel like you're going to be on this journey towards understanding more of those inner demons that have really haunted you over these years. There's some fear because maybe you feel like I just don't really even know where to start, and maybe just the thought of it is just overwhelming. But, you know, I think this is a good start to reclaiming any sense of emotional fulfillment and not just materialistic fulfillment, or at least long-term fulfillment. Ooh. So what is the advice here? What is the advice for my Venus in Capricorns? Advice. playful. Look at all this kitty energy here. We have a kitty, we have a lion, a big cat, and another big cat. So there may be strong Leo in your chart somewhere. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess of Fire. Yeah, I feel like this big cat, or just this cat energy in general, represents independence, and that's something that you've been for a long time. Maybe too independent. You know, to the point where, again, it's been very difficult for you to form bonds or deep relationships with people. And you don't really understand why, what you're missing. Why they don't seem to ever work out. And your advice here, again, is to go back to your childhood. It's time to do some inner child healing. All right, moving on to Venus and Aquarius. Venus and Aquarius in the month of November. Rocking chair, back and forth, doubt, in and out. Don't let indecision keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain. Bottom of the deck, house, security, stability, shelter. Focus on nurturing stability and change, and change whatever does not. Yeah, so you've been apprehensive for a long time now, and you've been sitting either on an idea or thoughts that you haven't taken action on, maybe because you just keep on playing this out over and over and over in your head. Maybe trying to decide if this is worth taking action on, or maybe trying to decide if this is just a good idea or not. You know, so let's see what else is going on for you. Venus in Aquarius in November. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, again, feeling stuck. Feeling unable to make a decision. Let's see, why? Why are you unable to make a decision? You have the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. There could be concerns with money, or concerns with stability. Maybe you don't like leaving your comfort zone, or the idea of losing the home you've built maybe is a scary thought. Let's see what else here. There's a lot of paranoia here that the worst is going to happen. We have the Queen of Wands. If you are in a relationship, or in some kind of relationship, maybe it's a complicated relationship, maybe there's a third party energy you're afraid of. Maybe you fear there's a third party, or you know there's a third party and you don't really want to confront the situation. Let's say,
For example, because maybe you're afraid of losing your home. Let's see what else is going on here. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. Or for some, maybe you could be the other woman. The King of Cups. I feel like there is a man or a masculine energy that's very torn. Well, Andrew, we're approaching this from your Venus sign, hun. So, I mean, if it resonates in other ways, that's fine too. But this is your Venus. At least that's the intention here. Okay. But if you are a masculine energy, I feel like you're torn and you have to make some kind of decision. Maybe there is a relationship where you feel like you know it's the right thing to let go, but you still have love for this person. And maybe you're still very concerned about their overall well-being and maybe their mental health as well. Especially if you feel as if they can't survive on their own or are going to have a lot of difficulty surviving on their own. So what's going to happen here in November? We have the Four of Cups. Either going to keep somebody waiting for answers, because you don't know what to do and you need more information before you make a decision. Or you sit in this limbo energy. We have a Star card. You're praying and hoping for a sign. Maybe you're hoping things will get better. Maybe your person is hoping that you'll come back if you've left or if you've distanced yourself in some way. So what's the advice? What's the advice for Venus in Aquarius? What's the advice? Okay, I'm only going to take one card. Okay. We have choices. Bottom of the deck was the High Priestess of Earth. That was the second card that came out. Okay. I think you're leaning more towards going back to somebody you left in the past or somebody that's waiting at home. Again, maybe that's just because of a moral compass within you. Maybe you feel as if that's the right decision, that you can't just take off, you know, you can't just be with this Queen of Wands over here, even though it's tempting, even though it's kind of freeing, it may not be the right thing to do. And so maybe in the near future, you may consider going back to possibly an earth sign or somebody with earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or going back to somebody
who you've built some kind of home or have some kind of stability with. All right, moving on to Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces. All right. We have triggers / mirroring. Situations are revealing parts of you that still need acceptance. Bottom of the deck, we have fireplace, rebirth, creation, passion. For a renewal to occur, something in your life must come to an end. So you may be looking at the reflection in the mirror, okay, and knowing that something has to change, right? Maybe you've got to change your habits. There's definitely a transformation taking place deep within you, or a desire to transform. Okay, the Sun in the reverse, the Three of Swords. The all too familiar heartbreak, right? I know. You've been in a lot of pain for a very, very long time. And I feel like it's just something that you've never quite addressed. You've swept this under the rug, and I really feel as if you've faked it. Faked it in front of the whole world, pretending that you were okay this whole time. But really, you were struggling with your identity. Who am I? Maybe you feel like you've been different people. You've played different roles. You feel broken inside, and you're like, which version of myself am I really? I feel like I've kind of played into different emotions. Typical Pisces energy, right? Merging with other people's emotions and not quite understanding your own. So let's see what else we have here. For Venus in Pisces in the month of November, what's taking place? The Moon in reverse, of course. You've got to overcome your fears, overcome self-worth. You know, you may have had people tell you that you're never going to be enough. Or maybe they tell you who you're supposed to be. And you're not quite sure. So there's some fear. Some fear because it's kind of scary not knowing who you really are. This kind of reminds me, I mean, I'm not, I am not a certified health professional, okay? At least in psychology or neurology. But this does kind of remind me or kind of give me an energy of like dissociative identity disorder. you know? Which was formerly known, by the way, as multiple personality disorder, but again, I digress. But I will say here, this is an energy that may have resorted to alcohol or drugs because it's easier to ignore the root of the problem here, and that's trying to find yourself, you know, allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough for you to discover who you really are. Okay, so what is the advice here for those with Venus and Pisces? Advice. Okay, sorry, I just fell on the floor. So we have the Warrior actually in the reverse. I'm gonna keep it in the reverse because I believe that happened for a reason. I believe everything happens for a reason, and I'm the reader. So, this is stop putting up a strong front. Stop trying to be who everyone expects you to be or whoever you think you're supposed to be. You know, you need to slow down. You need to slow down and really evaluate yourself. And try to observe yourself from an outsider's perspective. Like, why am I acting this way? Or why am I reacting this way? Do I really believe that? Or am I just saying that to be one with the crowd? Yeah. So, right now you feel as if your emotions are your worst enemy. And that's only because that's your perception of emotions, because you don't want to deal with the ugly emotions inside of you. All right, and this is going to require a lot of focus. All right. All right, guys, that is it. So if you resonated with this, please hit the like button and maybe hit the follow button if you haven't already. I'll be posting this on my YouTube channel, Soup for the Soul Tarot. So if you want to, at any time, you can rewatch this or watch this from the beginning, or for those that missed where their Venus placement was, you can go and look back. But that is it, guys. I am going to be doing another live, so if you'd like to join me on the other side, feel free. And for those that want a personal reading, the next live would be the perfect opportunity to do so, okay? I'm not doing any free readings right now. Of course, they're going to be paid, so you can pay or donate through my Venmo or Cash App. You can also pay through PayPal if none of those options are available to you. I just prefer those two methods of payment. But yeah, just let me know and I can prioritize your reading in the next live. All right, guys. Hopefully I will see you guys next time. And have a great rest of your evening. All right. Bye, guys. And you're welcome, Andrew.